Hello Year 2. Today we are starting something really exciting. We are starting a brand new maths topic and it is division. Division, there's two types of division. There's sharing division and there's grouping division. Today and tomorrow we're going to be focusing on sharing. This is the first question that we are going to do together. There are 10 fishies. They need to be put into tanks. There are 2 tanks. How many fish will be in each tank? So we need to start off with getting the number of objects to help us. So we need 10 fishies. I'm going to use buttons because I don't have 10 fish. So I need to get 10 objects out to represent the fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've got my 10 fish and they need to be put into 2 tanks. So I'm going to get something out to help me. I've got 2 yogurt pots. Each yogurt pot is going to be a tank. So here's 1 tank, 2 tanks. Let's make sure you can see that on the camera. Good. Okay, so we've got 2 tanks, 10 fishies. Am I going to put all of my fish into 1 tank? No, we have to share them equally out. Because with division, let me show you the symbol again. With division, things need to be shared equally into groups. So I've got my 10 fish and I'm going to go 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. And I'm going to keep going until I don't have any more fish in my hand. So I've got 3 in here and 2 in here, which means I need 1 in there. 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. So I've got my 10 fish that are split equally into 2 tanks. And the question is asking us how many fish will be in each tank. Remember, each means 1. So how many fish are in 1 tank? There's 5. There's 5 fish in that tank. And there's also 5 fish in that tank. So our answer is 5. But how can we write this as a number sentence? We've got, with dividing, we start with our all together number, our whole number. So all together, we started with 10. So our number sentence is going to be 10 shared between, or you can say divided by. Okay, there's 2 ways of saying it, shared between or divided by. We shared it between 2. Oops. 10 shared between 2 is the same as 5. So this is the number sentence to represent what we just did with our objects. Let's do another example. There are 20 sweets. 5 children need to share them equally. How many do they each get? So the first step is to underline the numbers. So I've got 20 sweets and they're shared between 5. 20 sweets shared between 5. I'm going to use my buttons again. I need to get out 20. So I had 10 here. I'm going to get 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, 10. So I've got 20 sweets all together, and they need to be shared between 5 children. I'm going to get my Lego characters out again. So that's 1 child, another child, another one, Another one. And another one. So here we have 5 children. That's for this number here. And they're sharing 20 sweets. Here are my 20 sweets. I want to make sure that we're going to be sharing them equally. So just like we did for the fish question, we're going to put 1 for each person to start. Just to make sure that we know that everyone's going to have the same amount. Oh, hold on, I have to write on that bit of the whiteboard, so you move everything down. Make sure you can see. Okay, start again. 5 children, 20 sweets. Let's share them out equally. So 1 for you. So now they each have 1. I still have to share out these ones. So far they all have 2. Share out these ones. Oops. And share out these ones. Okay, I've shared them out equally. It looks like Ron's got more, but that's just because he's got big buttons. Shared everything out equally. How many does each child have? Remember, each means 1. So we don't want to know how many they have all together, because we know that, that's 20. How many do they each get? So they each have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They've all got 4. So that is our answer, 4. As a number sentence, remember we start with our all together number. How many sweets did we start with? Started with 20. So our number sentence is going to be 20, and we need our division symbol. Shared between or divided by. How many children are sharing these sweets? 5. And they each have 4. 20 shared between 5 is the same as 4. Let's do another example. Let's put Hogwarts children away. Next question, we'll do this one. There are 16 crayons. 8 children need to share them equally. How many will each child get? So, 16 crayons. I've actually got crayons. 16 crayons. Let's count out 16. I actually think this is a pack of 16. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Well, that's good luck. So 16 crayons. 8 children need to share them equally. Let's get those the Hogwarts children again. So we need 8 this time. Might actually make 2 rows because I don't think, can you see that on the camera? Yes. Let's move them up a bit, so squeeze everything in. I'll zoom out just a wee bit. Okay. Dumbledore's going to join. There we go. So we have 8 children, and they're going to share out these 16 crayons. So just like we've done before, you give them 1 each to start. Oops, not going to have any space for this. There we go. So they each have 1 crayon. And we still have to share out these ones. There we go. How many does each child have? Each child has 2. Now the number sentence, start with the all together number. How many crayons did we start with? Started with 16, and we shared those crayons, so 16 shared between how many children? We shared them between 8 children, and we found out that each child will get 2. 16 shared between 8 is the same as 2. Put these away, and we'll do one last example together. There are 30 children in a class and 6 tables. How many children can sit at each table? So the numbers that we're going to use, 30 children and 6 tables. Okay, I don't have 30 Lego characters, but I do have 30 buttons. So I'm going to use 30 buttons. Bear with me while I count them all out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Okay, got 30 children and 6 tables. I don't actually have 6 tables, so I'm going to use the back side of one of the whiteboards, and I'm going to draw a grid that will represent 6 tables. Move that up a bit so you can see. Okay. Okay, so 1 table, 2 tables, 3 tables, 4 tables, 5 tables, 6 tables. And here I've got my 30 children. How many children will sit at each table? So we're going to go 1 at each table first. These children also need to sit at a table. Oops, now I've lost count. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so I've split my 30 children into 6 tables. How many children are sitting at each table? Each table has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 children at each table. Our number sentence, remember we start with our all together number, 30 shared between how many tables? There's 6 tables, equals 5. 30 shared between 6 is the same as 5.